Make some noise for the Rochester Economic Development Summit. My name is Rashad Smith. I am the CEO and Chief Publicist for Everyday People PR, a company where I specialize in amplifying the stories of the entrepreneur to the community initiative.
About a year ago, I had a vision to start organizing an annual economic development summit, and I reached out to Ken and said, Ken, we need to do this, because Ken had been running a prosperity summit for about 5 or 6 years and realized it don't make sense to have competing events when we can come together and join forces. And so in April, we began planning this event with the goal of celebrating economic development in the Rochester community. The thought was we would recognize entrepreneurs, we would recognize the people who support them, we would recognize the organizations that fund them, we would recognize the legislators that put public policy in place to support these efforts to build our community from the ground up.
I think in Rochester, there are a couple of different challenges that I think we all know that we confront. And so the question is about prioritization. What comes first? What comes second? What comes third? I think one place that we have not been attentive to enough actually is what we're here to do tonight, which is the economics of this community and creating more equity in our economics.
I tell that story not necessarily to hold up Mr. Kaufman as a solo story, but to remind us that entrepreneurship matters. That entrepreneurship, individuals starting businesses, has a profound impact, not just on those individuals, but their families and the places in which they live.
This is a great way to collaborate, to network, to meet folks, right? Well, this is the first of many to come. So I'm glad that you are all here today in this cool space and that we're doing this together. How about that?
So Idea Connection System is a business based here in Rochester, over 35 years old. Simply put, we are a business that helps other businesses find ways to be innovative.
At Bloomrock, whether you're a license holder, operator, you're a community member, you want to be in the workforce, we make sure you have the resources and the tools and what it looks like to be successful in this industry.
So when we think about how do we raise people in these communities and how do we get them into different spaces, how do they become owners of their businesses, how do they create generational wealth, things like this are the critical piece to that. It's bringing them together, it's giving them access to resources, it's showing them the right ways, it's giving them people that know how to help the right people.
I believe that we can use neighborhoods as economic ecosystems for breaking the cycle of intergenerational poverty.
My pleasure to be back and to be invited back, and I want to tell you about our work and about a framework we're developing, which we call entrepreneurship, capital, and ownership. Expectation is one or more elements of this work will have applicability here to Rochester.
Right now, this celebration happens third week of November. It serves more than 10 million people with more than 40,000 events across more than 200 countries every year with a week-long series of events. Rochester is the first city in the state of New York to organize a Global Entrepreneurship Week within the state.
It means a lot. It's a legacy of people that have devoted their lives and did a lot to help our community, and we're all rising, standing on their shoulders to move forward. So it means a lot.
Thank you to the sponsors that they made this possible. And it sounds trite to say that, but it's definitely true that each of us were able to contribute our labors and our passion for the project, but funding is important as well. And sponsors make that possible to bring attendance up so more people can participate and for us to put on a quality program that actually is something that we walk away with a memory.
Without you, this would not have been made possible. We need more of this. We hope you received a very clear message that your investment was not for naught and that your organization is essential to the future of our community.